Hello, everyone. Hope you are well on this Wednesday afternoon. It is July 31st. Hard to believe we are about done with July and time is just ticking away. It feels like, and it looks like, things are just spiraling way out of control, y'all. Not just here in the United States so much, right? At least not yet. But on a global scale, we have situations currently going on in Europe. And I was just going to say Eastern Europe, but it's all of Europe. North, south, east, west. We got the Middle East basically on fire, just about. Um, and it could get really bad. All right. Venezuela, out of control down there. We've got the Russia-Ukraine situation still going on. That really hasn't changed much. No talks of peace there either. Southport, England, I'll start there. Man, I watched some footage of that earlier, some live shots. I believe the channel was called London Town. And wow, Southport, England. Now, that was the site of an attack, a knife attack. I believe it was a couple of days ago by a young man, like 17 years old, okay? Killed 3 children and wounded 8 adults. Or 8 other people. I think some of the other might have been children too. But there were 3 fatalities that were children. Terrible, a stabbing attack. Now this kid, they're not releasing his name, at least not that I can tell. They're saying that he was born there, but his family and they all came from Rwanda. So these riots that have resulted in all of this, there's riots that's been going on in Southport. It's reached a boiling point because just over time, all this mass migration of the illegal kind has just taken a toll on these folks. And it's let's not kid ourselves. This is not just there. It's not just the United States. This is a global thing. And I believe it's an effort, especially pointed towards Western civilization. And the people there are fed up. They're done. And so they're attacking police. They're burning stuff. They're pissed off. I mean, I watched some of this live coverage, and there it's at a point to where, hey, our backs are all the way against the wall here. You're killing our kids now. You're killing our families. What are we going to do? We got nothing. What can we lose? So it has reached a boiling point, to say the least. Europe is in trouble, and England is really some parts of it are out of control here, but they're fed up with the crime. And they've had this massive influx of immigration or migration, illegal migration from all over the place, especially Africa. And it's not been a good result for them. A lot of these folks that are coming in, just like you're going to see here in the United States, they're not interested in integrating into society here. And they're just not. They're not going to learn the language. They're not going to pay taxes. They're not going to do their thing. They're not going to learn they're just not. They're not going to integrate. And many, unfortunately, are going to cause mayhem. And they're here to take over. That's my opinion. I saw a story where the gangs, these Venezuelan gangs, are targeting police now. And this is a nationwide thing. And this is the United States. And, nature loves a vacuum. If there's a vacuum of power, something's going to fill it, and it's not going to be good. And, the future does not look good there. And not at all. These are some bad people coming in. I'm not saying all of them are, but too many of them are. They're just not vetted. We don't know. We don't know who they are. Anyway, so that's happening in Southport, England. Doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon either. The Middle East, what a situation we have there, and the developments there are so ongoing, you could almost just update it like every few hours. Now, I think it was a couple of days ago, or like in the last 24 hours or so, there was an assassination of there was an airstrike that took out a top Hezbollah leader. Now that happened in Beirut, Lebanon. I think that was the first one, at least here recently. And then overnight, not that long ago, earlier today, you had another, I guess you could call it an airstrike or an assassination on the top Hamas leader in Tehran, Iran. So this guy was over there meeting up and celebrating and all this kind of stuff. And he's no longer for this earth. So you want to, if you're the Ayatollah, if you're a high-ranking official in Iran, I mean, you got to be, your pucker factor has to be pretty high right now. You got to be like, all right, where am I going to sleep tonight? And do I have a deep enough bunker? You know, because if they can take out this guy, they knew he was there, you know, and all the blame is going towards Israel, which they probably are the ones that did this. Now, Israel has not officially said that they were the ones that took out the Hamas leader, but it looks like they were the ones. But wow. And as a result of that, the supreme leader, the Ayatollah Khomeini of Iran, has issued an order for Iran to strike Israel directly in retaliation for this latest one that happened in Tehran. I mean, this happened right in their yard. So, you know, that doesn't look good on them. It looks real bad on them. But so you can see as early as tonight or in the next day or so, they're saying that there will be a massive attack directly on Israel. There's also unconfirmed reports that an Iranian general was also killed in an airstrike in Syria today. Now, that's just what I've read before I come on and do this video. I mean, it might change tonight. But Israel, you know, especially after those kids were killed on that playground, a few days ago, they're on a whole new tear right now. And they're tearing some people apart, quite literally. But something to watch. My concern and my main reason for reporting this is just to let you know, of course, to keep you aware. This could escalate further. Turkey has already said that they would jump in on the side of Iran if this escalated. It's already escalated, so we'll see what Turkey does. I mean, you have other players in the region as well. What's the United States going to do? You know, the United States military is probably already involved in this, knee deep. This could have a big impact. I mean, I think we're looking at the very good possibility of the very least of a regional Middle East war, all out, if not a lead up to World War III. And did World War III just kick off in the last 24 hours? You know, world wars historically have resulted from assassinations, as we know, especially World War I did, you know. So I say that to kind of put you on notice, in that if we're sitting comfortably here in the United States, that might change within an eyelash. I mean, within a moment's notice. So the vast majority of folks are very unaware of this stuff. You can't find this on mainstream media. They're not gonna report it. Barely. You're lucky if you do, if you find it there. The mainstream media is just so full of lies, and I'm going to get to that a little bit more here in a minute. But it's unreal. It's just evil. It's deliberate, including Fox News. Yeah. But this keeps escalating. It could have widespread implications for even us right here in the homeland in the United States. You know, we could get attacked directly on our homeland. Most people do not believe that's even possible. It is very possible. We could be impacted. Our supply chains could be impacted. Our energy, oil, which could result in very super high gas prices. If we have an all-out Middle East war here, which it looks like is about to occur or starting, gas prices could double, triple, quadruple overnight here, y'all. Keep your gas tanks full. Store it if you possibly can. Israel, Turkey, and possibly Iran have nuclear weapon capability. I believe the media is in the middle of a massive effort to bring the camel back from that vice president that the Democrats were trying to get rid of at one point, trying to not get her on the ticket or leave her off or something. They're trying to transform from that to front runner and the potential to be a very good president. It's full of lies, y'all. I'm seeing even Fox News is saying, that coming out with this poll that the camel is leading in 5-6 states in the polling. Now, we should learn. We learned in what was it in 2020 about how accurate the polling is, when all the polls were supposedly saying that Hillary was going to wipe it clean with Trump, and Trump won. So something to keep in mind. Don't let the media, the mass media, the MSM, lead you astray. Don't let them influence you and make you think that things are lost. Okay. They lie. We were talking about this last night, Ms. Dawg and I. We were talking about how the media is just straight out lying, omitting stuff. I mean, it's just, they lie more than they did in the government in 1930s Germany. Y'all, they're the master at it. It's unreal. It's evil, in my opinion. It really is. Also, going back to the Middle East for a minute, forgot to mention this. Russia also has troops patrolling the Golan Heights. Now, when I hear that and all this other stuff, it makes me automatically think biblical. The setup for Ezekiel 38 and 39, when Israel is surrounded and attacked on many fronts by many countries, especially a couple of them from the north. So, I mean, are we really in biblical times? Are we really seeing a run up to this Armageddon? Are we? We've been talking about that at home. As time goes by here, I'm inclined to truly believe that we are seeing at least a run up to the end of days. I'm leaning more towards that every day. Share your thoughts. It's something. We just need to be ready, y'all. Be ready. And spiritual is when you talk about preparation, I think spiritual is, I always say it's number one. I think that's the main focus right now. Most of us that watch this channel store food, water, and all that stuff. Focus on your spiritual or skills too, But that's got to be the big thing right now. Be ready. Let's keep it in prayer. This world needs some Jesus. Needs a lot of Jesus. All right, I'm going to go to a passage because I've got one ready, and I'm going to continue going Old Testament on y'all. Zephaniah. I don't know if I've ever read anything, at least on this channel, out of Zephaniah. But this kind of spoke to me. Zephaniah chapter 2 verse 3 says, "Seek the Lord, all you humble of the earth, who have carried out his ordinances. Seek righteousness, seek humility. Perhaps you will be hidden in the day of the Lord's anger." In the day of the Lord's anger. Is the Lord angry right now? I don't know. With all the debauchery and stuff we're seeing from wars, rumors of wars, increase in lawlessness, the stuff, just as an example, the opening ceremony of the Olympics. I mean, wow. So, but this is just a reminder to me from Zephaniah, seek the Lord. We just keep doing that. Be in prayer. Humble. All you humble of the earth. Keep seeking righteousness. Seek humility. It's so important. It's just a reminder to, now more than ever, now, is to stay focused on the Lord our God, our faith, okay? Because that above all, that pulls us through. It's forever. It never changes. And God is sovereign. God is sovereign, and He's in charge, on the throne, always, and always will be. Let's stay close to Jesus, our Savior. Let's be careful. Let's be aware out there. Keep our heads on a swivel out there. We just don't know what's going to happen from day to day right now, okay? Share your thoughts again. And stay close to Jesus. God bless you. I'll see you soon.